Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving headfirst into the specialized AI revolution. For a long time, AI was basically just a really smart text chatbot. But we are moving far, far beyond that now. We're officially entering the era of what's called agentic AI. This is artificial intelligence that doesn't just talk to you, it actually does complex tasks. It's a real game changer that is fundamentally transforming how entire industries operate from the ground up.
Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the underlying tech, then we'll see how AI is stepping up as a co-pilot in healthcare, gaming, and arts and design. And finally, we'll wrap up with what all of this means for the future of work.
All right, Section 1, Beyond Chatbots, the Tech. Let's get right into it.
So we really have to ask ourselves, right? How on earth did machines go from simply crunching numbers to actually generating entirely new, original concepts? Because for decades, computers were literally just following strict instructions. But the systems we're looking at today, they are actually simulating human creativity itself.
Think of it kind of like a game of chess. Traditional AI, what we sometimes call discriminative AI, is like a master strategist. It predicts the absolute best move based on existing rules. It is fantastic at pattern recognition. But generative AI, it excels at pattern creation. It isn't just playing by the rules anymore, it's capable of inventing entirely new ways to play that we humans haven't even thought of yet.
Looking at the timeline, you can clearly see this evolution. We started way back with early neural networks in the 1950s, took a massive leap forward with deep learning in the 2010s, and today, these incredibly advanced transformer models have plunged us straight into the era of generative AI, where mind-blowing breakthroughs are happening almost every single day.
And the economic implications here are just staggering. Analysts over at McKinsey are predicting this tech could add up to $4.4 trillion to the global economy annually. Just think about that number for a second. It is the next major productivity frontier, and it's capable of saving up to 70% of a worker's time.
Okay, Section 2, Healthcare. Let's look at how AI is becoming the ultimate medical co-pilot. 30 seconds. That is literally all it takes for tools like Next-Gen Ambient Assist to listen in on a patient consultation and generate highly accurate clinical notes. By automating all that tedious documentation, doctors can actually sit and look their patients in the eye again, instead of just staring at a screen.
The key takeaway here is that AI isn't replacing your doctor, it's stepping in as a diagnostic co-pilot. Tools like Ada have already assessed symptoms for 13 million users, and platforms like RhythmX AI are pushing hyper-personalized care. And it's getting even more advanced. In the operating room, AI tools are now being used in real time to spot abnormalities the human eye might miss, which is reducing miss rates by nearly 50%. We're even seeing predictive wearables that use AI to detect heart or respiratory issues days before the patient feels a single symptom.
Moving on to Section 3, Gaming. We are moving from scripted logic to truly dynamic, sentient worlds.
Behind the scenes, generative AI is massively streamlining world building. Developers are using procedural-level generation to build massive open worlds, and it's reducing build times by up to 40%. And when it comes to quality assurance, studios are now using machine learning models to simulate intelligent bot testers. These bots hunt down game-breaking bugs 70% faster than manual human testing.
This quote right here hits the nail on the head. Jade Raymond, she's a highly respected developer behind games like Assassin's Creed, noted that AI is now completely unavoidable. It's an absolute necessity for cutting expenses and speeding up the massive, complex undertaking of AAA game development. It takes the repetitive grind off the developers' plates so they can focus on what matters, the core gameplay.
And for the player, this fundamentally changes the entire experience. We are finally moving past those rigid, boring dialogue trees. With tools like NVIDIA's Avatar Cloud Engine, or ACE, non-player characters can actually have natural, dynamic conversations with you. They remember your past interactions, they react with genuine emotional depth, and they evolve unique, consistent personalities over time. It makes the digital world feel alive.
All right, Section 4, the Arts and Design Revolution. We have officially reached a new tipping point.
Let's look at how this translates to the physical world. A digital twin is exactly what it sounds like, a highly accurate digital copy of a real-world physical asset. Instead of running expensive physical tests, a supervisor can now just use natural language to ask their factory's digital twin to run complex simulations.
Actually, this is even happening in healthcare right now, where doctors create a virtual 3D replica of a patient's heart to literally rehearse the surgery before the first incision is ever made.
This marks a total shift in human creativity. A major recent study showed that AI tools now consistently match or even exceed average human scores on standardized creativity tests. And get this, it's estimated that over 60% of social media content will soon be AI-generated or AI-enhanced. Because of this, the human's role is elevating to creative direction. The most valuable skill is curation. Your job is to guide the AI's emotional direction rather than painting every single digital brushstroke yourself.
And finally, Section 5, the future of work. Let's talk about what adapting to agentic AI means for you. Consider this for a moment. A major Harvard study found that enterprise workers at the Boston Consulting Group gained a massive 40% performance boost when they collaborated with AI tools. That's almost half again as productive. The reality is, organizations and individuals who leverage these tools are simply going to outpace those who don't.
But the impact is incredibly widespread. According to an Indeed report that mapped job skills to AI capabilities, roughly 20% of jobs are highly exposed. That means AI can do 80% or more of those specific skills. So basically, almost every job is going to be impacted to some degree. We are all going to need to adapt as AI takes over those highly exposed, repetitive, predictable tasks.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There's a big silver lining here. While predictable tasks get automated, an entire spectrum of brand new jobs is emerging. We desperately need prompt engineers to communicate with these systems, AI ethics officers to manage bias, generative design specialists, and AI educators to train tomorrow's workforce. The nature of work is just shifting.
Which leaves us with this final thought. With companies actively developing brain-computer interfaces, we are moving toward an unprecedented merger between human intuition and machine processing. As machines take over the mundane, it leaves us with one really profound question. How will you choose to add your unique human value to the world? Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this sparks some amazing ideas for your own future.